Real quick before we start the video, guys, I have a business email down below. So if you want to send me some mail, it could be Russian food, it could be food from different places. Please email me down below and you will get an address so you can send it. And if you have any business opportunities, please down below, just write me. I'm always answering. So yeah, but enjoy the video. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to JellyGoonTV. Welcome back to all you beautiful people on YouTube. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. And today we have another comment with Crest right above here. He says, hey man, here is the other video made by the same channel which explains why the soldiers stood on their packed formations in lines, etc. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one because I really do want to know, because I feel like the military tactic used back then was kind of stupid compared to now, where people they actually take cover. But I think it was something about pride or something. I don't know. I have no idea of morale that we are moving together and we are standing here and the commander is telling us to shoot. But it's just a stupid way to die because it's so easy. Like, why wouldn't you fight for your life and just hide? But never mind. Let's go into this video and see what it's all about. Let's go. Napoleonic Infantry tactics. A quick guide. Also, it's only Napoleon.
In the Napoleonic Wars, infantry fought in close order, packed together, standing shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. Why?
But why present such an easy target for the enemy? First, command and control.
Yeah, okay.
Before radios, orders had to be relayed by shouted commands, drums or bugles. Difficult enough in the smoke and din of battle.
True.
Almost impossible if troops were scattered. Second, firepower. Smoothbore muskets were inaccurate beyond about 80 yards, so volley fire, firing en masse, was the best way to inflict physical and psychological damage on the enemy.
Okay.
Third, morale. Soldiers were much more willing to advance into danger or hold the line if they did so together as a unit, urging each other
That's
on.
what I'm talking about, right? That's what I'm
Fourth,
talking about.
defense against cavalry. Scattered infantry were easy targets for horsemen.
Yeah, true.
Only by sticking together could they fight them off. The basic tactical unit of infantry was the battalion. A French line battalion had, in theory, 840 men, but in practice, nearer 500 to 600. Our example here has 605 men, a typical strength for a battalion on campaign. The men were divided into 6 companies. 4 fusilier companies and 2 flank companies. On the right, the grenadiers, made up of the tallest, strongest men, often detached to form elite all-grenadier units.
Grenadier company, okay, that was
on the left, the voltigeurs,
intimidated person.
Specialist light infantry, used for skirmishing in front of the battalion. Skirmishers moved independently, used cover, and fired at will to harass and unsettle the enemy.
Of course.
While preventing enemy skirmishers carrying out the same task. Most armies also had specialist light infantry units for this role, such as the British 95th Rifles, French Chasseurs à Pied, and Austrian and Prussian Jäger battalions. The traditional battlefield formation was the line. All companies formed up alongside each other, 3 ranks deep. Line formation maximized the number of men who could fire their muskets at the enemy, and limited casualties from artillery fire. But it was extremely vulnerable to cavalry if it could be outflanked. And even for well-drilled troops, it was difficult to keep the line straight while advancing across broken ground.
Of course.
So for maneuver and attack, battalions usually formed a column of divisions. This was a more flexible formation that allowed the battalion to advance quickly, though it presented a larger target to enemy guns, firing solid round shot that would tear through several ranks.
Wow.
And far fewer men could
crazy.
fire their muskets at the enemy. Theoretically, therefore, the battalion would deploy into line before reaching the enemy. But carrying out this slow maneuver under fire wasn't always possible or sensible. So some commanders kept their men in column, relying on momentum to break the enemy line. This was a risky tactic that often worked against raw troops, but led to high casualties when facing better trained infantry, like British Redcoats.
The British Redcoats,
could be closed up quickly to provide protection from cavalry. Or if there was time, could form a square.
Yeah.
With bayonets fixed, the battalion formed an all-round defence that often resembled more of a rectangle. Enemy cavalry could surround the battalion, but not break in, as horses won't charge a solid wall of men and steel.
True.
But an infantry square was extremely vulnerable to artillery fire, and could only move very slowly. Changing quickly and smoothly from one formation to another, especially under fire, required training, practice, and experience. In 1809, the Austrian army began to use the battalion mass formation, crude but more suited to hastily trained conscripts. This was a dense column with limited firepower and huge vulnerability to enemy cannon. But it could quickly close up to repel cavalry using the same principle as the square, but without the complex drill, and was much more maneuverable.
That's crazy, man. That's really nice to know, man. Thank you so much for that video, man. That was amazing, man. Wow. Let's pause it here. That was amazing to see the military strategic points in the war, like the Napoleon War and all these things, because I always wondered why they're standing in line and doing this, because it's the most dumbest thing you can do, because it's so easy to die. But I understand now. I really do get a understanding why they did it, and I understand now that it's because of tactics, morale, and you know, all these things. And when you see 200 men launching at you, you get scared, man. You get fucking scared, like seriously. But yeah, that was a nice video. Thank you so much to this guy again. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. If you like this video, you like this military strategy, please do hit the like button down below so I know that you support the video. And please, if you want to support the channel, please do subscribe. We almost at 200 subscribers and I'm just excited so much. Thank you so much for each and every one of you guys and girls that actually subscribe to the channel and is supporting me. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. So yeah, but without further ado, we have other videos that we got to get through. So I'm going to see you into the next one. Peace.